This is a video that may confuse some people, like why is Draymond Green Hall of Fame even a question? But I promise you everything will come to light here. These are confusing times, and well, Draymond Green as a Hall of Famer is a question mark, and some may scratch their heads to that. It is definitely a possibility. So as I was scrolling through Basketball Reference, looking up stats for players and all that, I was looking through Draymond Green's, and I came across his Hall of Fame probability, and it was at 30%. This was tough for me here. I thought it would be a bit more higher, maybe in the middle, around 50% at least, but 30% I wasn't sure of. Because Draymond Green, obviously a guy that's not going to give you a lot of scoring. He doesn't even shine there, but he is so impactful to the Warriors team as a whole defensively, and even offensively. He really helped make the Warriors small ball possible. Depending on who you talk to, Draymond is trash, glorified role player, or he is impactful player that elevates the Warriors. Draymond is a glue guy who flat out helps be a defensive anchor on a championship team. Great on-ball and off-ball defensive guy, very versatile defensive guy who anchors the Warriors defense, and he is pretty damn good at making plays happen with the ball in his hands and be a leader on the team. He is excellent at just playing his role. Leadership means so much to a team. You need a guy who's going to hold players accountable, take blame, and push his team on the court, having them know what plays and how to execute defensive schemes, offensive schemes on the court. Draymond is that leader. He is the dirty work guy, the heart and soul of the Warriors. Gives a lot of effort on the floor, and he gets a lot of slander because he doesn't put up a bunch of points. You might not like him, and that's cool. His role is to be a dirty work guy who isn't liked. That's Draymond. People will say take him off the Warriors, and what is he? And if he wasn't blessed with two great shooters on his team, he may just be another role bench player, and that may be true. Draymond is not a great shot creator or shooter. I certainly wouldn't trust him for consistent offense, but he is still a damn great defensive guy, just not a guy who you build your team around, but a guy that complements a contending team and plays his role great. He's always a threat, believe it or not, to get a triple-double. His career averages is 9 points, 5 assists, 5.8 rebounds, 43% field goal shooting, and 31% three-point shooting. Stats alone won't give Draymond the pass here, but his accolades, what he achieved in his career, and also his impact on the Warriors will give him a case here. There are so many players in the NBA that impacts their teams in different ways. They just aren't highlighted because they don't average 25 points per game. Draymond was able to help revolutionize how we think about positions in basketball, as he was able to play the power forward position and even the center position at times and still be effective even at the height of 6'6". 3 championships, 3-time All-Star, All-NBA second team, All-NBA third team, Defensive Player of the Year, 3-time All-NBA defensive first team, and 2-time All-NBA defensive second team, and even a steals leader. All at the height of 6'6" and a second-round pick. So is Draymond Green truly a future Hall of Famer once he retires with all these accolades? He is 30 years old now and still has a lot of good years left, but this is the core. This is who he is as a player now. Not a big-time offensive guy, but a great leader, great defensive player, and a guy who can make plays. Draymond here is drawing similarities to Ben Wallace. I love Ben Wallace, and that man was a defensive beast for the Detroit Pistons. Wasn't big offensively, but he gave you some amazing effort and defense night in and night out, and helped be a leader for his team. He just played his role great. Wallace, a champion, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, 4-time NBA All-Star, 3-time All-NBA second team, 2-time All-NBA third team, 5-time Defensive first team, and other accolades, blocks leader, 2-time rebounder. He achieved all this while being undrafted. He wasn't even drafted. That Detroit Pistons team, I don't think would have sniffed the championship without Ben Wallace there. But Wallace isn't even put in the conversation as a Hall of Famer yet. He isn't even a Hall of Famer. Basketball Reference has him at 45% probability of making the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame really doesn't have a criteria to be in there. There's a lot of guys on there who I question is even there. You don't need to be an MVP or NBA champion to be in the Hall of Fame. The consistency I see with Hall of Famers is being a multiple-time All-Star and being on an All-NBA team. Sometimes you have to be an impactful player that changed how we view basketball. Also, winning stuff in the Olympics puts a case for you. I do think Draymond Green will be a Hall of Famer, but he won't be first ballot. When he retires, it'll probably take 10-15 years until he's even approved to be in the Hall of Fame. But given how popular Golden State is, and that they were a dominant team, even going 73-9, multiple championships, he may get put in there easily. I would say max 4 to 5 years. It's still a sin that Ben Wallace isn't in the Hall of Fame, and I hope soon the NBA respects him and puts him in there. But all in all, Draymond isn't a superstar talent. I wouldn't trust him with consistent offense. The NBA Hall of Fame is confusing as a whole, but Draymond, with his accolades, winning 3 championships with the Warriors, helping them go to 5 straight NBA Finals, his impact on the Warriors being a second-round pick, anchoring their defense, being a household name, how popular the Warriors are, they're probably going to get a documentary. Draymond's chances of making the Hall of Fame seems very, very likely. But what do you guys think? That will conclude this video. If you did like the video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know if you think Draymond Green will be a Hall of Famer when he retires. Depending on who you ask, it can go either way. Either no or yes. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching this video.